It turned out really great. I really like it. And that worked. And that is our terrace done. For quite some time I wanted to rebuild this terrace. I've been working on removing the old footers, securing these planks into place, got a bit of rebar to fit along the edge, and then pour the concrete. A long beam across the wall which will support the rafters, attaching the anchors. Got the first 2 posts cut and put them up. I will be cutting 2 more. I'll draw a line to see if they're level. And 1 vertical beam that runs over the top of those posts. I can see progress. Good morning. Winter's approaching here in Arcadia. We've been quite lucky the past weeks with reasonably warm weather, but I'm afraid that will be ending now. Should be the last 2 sunny days, because we got some rain coming. But first, today, the job on hand is finishing the terrace. I want to start with the rafters. The challenge will be to cut them under the right angle to fit nicely on the beam that's on the house, and then make a small carving so it also fits on top of this beam. I continued making the 6 diagonal braces to give the structure extra strength and brace it from any lateral movement. I measured the angle of the rafters. I planned for it to be 11 degrees, but it turned out 10 degrees. Then I cut one end of each rafter at the same 10 degrees, and then I made a notch of 5 by 5 centimeter where the rafter lays on the wall plate. And now I will lift the rafter into place to mark the position for the notch on the beam on the other end of the terrace. I cut the notch with a jigsaw, then I lift the rafter again into place to verify it fits. And then I repeat the same process for the other 6 rafters. As the wall is slightly curved, the notches are slightly differently positioned. Now all the rafters are ready. I'm going to make them look nice. I use the hand router to give them a rounded edge at the bottom where it's inside. I was actually surprised to learn how easy it is to use one of those. For what I expect to be the last dry weather day for a while, I have the help of Timmy. We first continue sanding down the rafters, then Timmy will give them a coat of wood stain to protect the wood. In the meantime, I can start sanding down the roof tile battens, because we decided to stain those as well since they remain inside. For the stain, Timmy chose the color named teak. It looks pretty nice, especially on some places of the wood where the cut reveals the wood grain. The stain also dries super fast, even with the cool temperature, so it can keep going, which is nice. With the rafters done, I can start putting them up while Timmy starts staining the battens. I put the first and the last rafter in place first, then continue from the middle. I'm happy and surprised to discover nearly all fit in place perfectly. Only one needed about half a centimeter trim. I secured the rafters in place with metal brackets, 2 on each end, so they won't go anywhere anytime soon. With double the manpower we still ran out of daylight. We also ran out of stain. The last thing we did was trim the rafters to even length and then cut off a bit horizontally so the rafters won't stick out from underneath the gutters. Luckily, a few days later, the weather cleared up. You see how beautiful? It's a nice day. Let's get some work done today. I was planning on using screws, but I forgot to charge the batteries of the cordless screwdriver. Anyway, the internet recommends nails to attach roof battens, because the wood is still quite fresh and as it dries up, it could put extra tension on the screws, which could cause them to snap. So hammer and nails it is. I didn't catch it on camera, but within a minute I managed to hit myself on the thumb. Starting at the gutter end, then work my way up, measuring 35 cm spacing between the battens. And that is our terrace done. I gotta say I'm pretty happy with the result. It turned out real nice. I already ordered the roof tiles on the gutters, waiting for them to be delivered. Actually waiting for them today. It's already gotten cold and a bit of gloomy weather. So I hope for a day with a bit of sunshine. Maybe, or at least dry weather this week, so I can install the roof tiles. The only thing that remains for the structural part of the terrace is cutting down these battens to an even length. And here are some fancy drone shots. We got the roof tiles delivered. Sorry guy from the delivery crew, I know you wanted to see yourself on YouTube, but the camera turned itself off. Here are our new metal roof tiles. 7 sheets of 3.50 m. We got the gutters as well and some special profiles. Those profiles are for next to the windows to cover the remaining bits of OSB that you can see there. The trim that will go up there to make the transition between the walls and the new roof tiles. Step 1 will be to put those in place first. Time to get the ladder. So yesterday I didn't make very much progress. I first put in the L profile at the gable end and then I continued cutting off the battens. I also cut a plank to attach the roof tile battens at the end all to each other to give them a little bit of extra rigidity. And yesterday, until daylight ran out, I put 2 rows of tile in place. The biggest struggle was to get the first row positioned straight. And that took me, I think, the entire afternoon. There's a magnet in there, that's very practical. first two rows are in place. When I did the last one yesterday, it was a little bit too dark, so I didn't notice that there was a little bit of an offset. I managed to correct it mostly. Now I should be able to continue with the straight line. We already put 4 of the remaining 5 sheets up on the roof, so I can just continue putting one after another. Should be pretty much straightforward for now, I hope, I think. Next step, moving this sheet over here. Not easy. Alright, here's an update for you. I arrived to the other side. I cut these battens to size. I cut, sanded and stained the end plate that's gonna come on the other side. And over here I built a construction. The other sheets of roof tile we managed to lift from that side of the terrace. But here it's going to be a little bit tricky, so I built this construction. The idea is we're going to put the sheet on top here, and then we lift this part up and then drag it over into position. Fingers crossed.
Da, numai să nu cadă. Așa e bine, nu cadă. Mă rog, încet. Acum e ok. Nu.
That worked. Kind of proud of it. It was iffy. Yeah, it worked. Yay. Okay, now I'm going to put the. I'm going to remove this thing and I'm going to put the plank on the edge here. So it'll be nice. First job for today is installing these frontal plates. Come in. Welcome to our terrace. Who's a good girl? Yes. Why are those things so difficult to snap into place? Huh. I didn't expect that. I was afraid I had to remove a tile or two. That fits perfectly. It's done. It's done. And that's it. Terrace done. I'm very satisfied with the result. It's been in total 10 days. It turned out really great. I really like it. Check out these drone shots. Terrace done. Thank you for watching. Check out the next video. Like and subscribe. Helps the channel. See you next week.